Well, it looks like there's more bad news, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube is now offering voluntary buyouts for their employees. YouTube CEO Neil Mohan informed staffers Wednesday that the company will offer voluntary buyouts and severance packages for employees who decide to exit on their own. You hear that language? To exit on their own. What that tells me is that language is a prelude to employees that will be forced to exit, compared to those that will be forced to, or that will exit on their own, right, with the buyout. My recommend on something like this is to absolutely take the buyout, because we know what comes next are mass layoffs. It happened with Trump and the government. Thousands upon thousands of employees were fired, but not before being offered a severance package or a buyout, right? And those that took the buyout scored, and those that didn't got an email telling them to pack their shit because it's time to go. So, yeah, in these situations, best to take those buyouts. The decision comes after back-to-back years of YouTube being on top of the streaming industry. Moving forward, Mohan said the company will invest in AI more intentionally, deliberately applying it to viewer products, creator, and community products and subscriptions. So, what that tells me is that all the companies are doing this, right? They're all dropping tons of employees, and they're saying they're going to be replacing them with AI. We've heard this coming for years and years now, and now it's happening. But also at the same time, since we know that AI is pretty much untested at this point, we're not really in that era of knowing for sure that AI is going to be able to. As a matter of fact, we've seen AI be wrong plenty of times. So this may actually be a mistake on YouTube's behalf. I think our viewing experience is going to get worse. I think the experience for content creators is going to be vastly worse, because they're going to have to compete with all these new algorithms. The whole system's going to change around, on top of which it looks like they're going to be prioritizing all of this AI content, which means your algorithm's going to be flooded with just AI slop. And we thought that YouTube was not going to be doing that, right? This was a TikTok thing. This was an Instagram thing. But it looks like YouTube is jumping on that bandwagon to compete with these companies. And we will definitely be the ones to suffer for it while they're going through all the growing pains. Now, my opinion is they're going to jump in on this. They're going to see it's horrible, and then they're going to have to backtrack somehow. But, all of that talent that, decades and decades, probably combined with all the people they're firing, thousands of years of accumulated institutional knowledge on how to make the machinery work, these people are going to be gone. Coming from someone who's been in the IT industry since the late 90s, I can tell you right now, this is probably not going to work out too well. It's not going to go as smooth as they think it is. Mohan will be restructuring the company into 3 separate product organizations, each reporting directly to the CEO. The changes will go into effect November 5th, so that's right around the corner. But he said there will be no layoffs as part of the reorganization. Well, that sounds like a lie to me. Looking ahead, Mohan wants to focus on AI integration. So he says, looking to the future, the next frontier for YouTube is AI, which has the potential to transform every part of the platform. Okay, but in what way and at what cost? It's probably going to be a lot worse. It says, we need to set ourselves up to make the most of this opportunity. Yeah, is it though? Is it an opportunity? It's an incredible, exciting time at YouTube, and many opportunities and challenges lie ahead. But we also understand some of you may be ready for a new challenge. Yeah, when have we heard that kind of language before? Right before you get fired. So we've decided now is the right time to offer a voluntary exit program. It's like, wait a minute, if the person actually comes out and says like, hey, yeah, I've been thinking about, a better opportunity somewhere else, that's one thing. But just coming out and saying, yeah, I think you're ready for a better opportunity somewhere else. Like, just tell them they're fired. So starting today, eligible U.S. YouTubers in mydirectreporting.org have the ability to voluntarily leave with a severance package. Alphabet, YouTube's parent company, reported record earnings Wednesday, achieving its first ever $100 billion quarter. Crazy, though. Record profits, and they're dropping all of these people. I don't know, man. I don't think this is going to work out too well. So moving on to what happened yesterday, Amazon just did a whole round of mass layoffs as well. UPS on Tuesday announced it had cut some 48,000 workers this year. Target eliminated 1,800 corporate jobs last week to be stronger, faster, and better positioned for the future. It's new, CEO said, and other spectacularly profitable tech players like Microsoft and Meta have also shed staff by the thousands. Amazon fired 33,000 people, and it was with a text message. Yeah. So people got a text message. 33,000 people got a text message telling them that they were fired. The crazy thing is, though, like, how do you actually tell 33,000 people that they're fired? What are you supposed to call each person in and go through this whole process? You know, I think there's really no other way to do a mass layoff. You got to, it's got to be a text message or an email. I mean, it's pretty rough. I feel like that whole boomer mentality of working at a place for, 30, 40, 50 years and retiring with a watch, that's all gone now, right? Like, that doesn't even happen anymore. And people will be like, yeah, well, boomers did that. It's like, not really. Not really. If you walk into a Walmart or, you'll see all these greeters that are like old boomers, and that's all they're doing. They're sitting there just greeting people. They're having to take jobs in areas that are completely below their skill set because something like this happened. YouTube's firing tons of people now. All these people from Amazon, these people are tech people, right? So what's happening? What are they going to do? They're going to end up getting jobs that are probably not in the tech industry, which means when you go out there with a particular skill set, and we know all the tech industry is shedding weight right now in favor of AI. So if your entire life experience is in the tech game and you leave, you get fired or whatever, and no one else is hiring, guess what? You're going to go into a job market with zero experience in anything else. Unless you are one of these people who have like tons of skill sets, you'll probably be okay. But like your resume is probably showing all tech jobs. So when you go get a new job, your resume is not going to fit what they're looking for. So you're going to end up getting some entry-level job. It's bad news, right? Real bad news. I don't even want to get into the Snapocalypse, I think they're calling it now, where the EBT is not going to be funded on November 1st. So you got a ton of people who are out of food and won't be able to buy it. I want to talk about one last thing. What's going to happen with YouTube? This is what I think. I think the more we get of this AI slop all over the place, people are sick of it. Personally, I hate AI videos and AI content when I watch it online. It just feels so inauthentic to me. It just feels like I'm wasting my time. My brain is being rotted away when I'm watching that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there similar to me. And what's going to happen is people are going to be pretty soon, we're not there yet, but I think we're going to get to a point where people are going to be starving for actual, real human videos. I think those guys probably going to be doing good, but not before taking a very heavy hit with the algorithm, right? YouTube is all about the algorithm. If they're not actually putting your video forward and recommending it to people, you're basically in limbo on YouTube, right? So if they're going to be pushing this AI slop, you're probably going to be in the valleys. And we got a whole bunch of people out there, big YouTubers, who are complaining that their views have dropped off.